Welcome back, and joining us now on the show is Colin Shah. He's MD at Kama Jewellery. Colin, hi, good to have you. And an 8-month highs in case of gold prices. I'll talk about prices to you, but IJS is one of the events that India jewellery bullion sector watches to understand what the trends are in the industry in sense of buying. We do understand that the footfall or the attendance was as high as it always is, but the buying was perhaps slightly dented this time around because of the running gold prices.
True, Manisha. So, IHS signature, like you correctly said, is a barometer for how the year is going to be. But the dampener for us was the extremely high gold prices. They've gone up unprecedented and have been climbing up. So, on the plain gold side, IHS was a little subdued compared to how it used to be in the past. But on the diamond jewelry side, it was positive. But all in all, retailers are in a watch and wait kind of mood. I think as the next couple of weeks go by and the wedding season gets a little stronger and the rate stabilizes, what we've seen is at every level, at the 50,000 level, it took some time for the rate to stabilize. At 40,000, it took in the good old days. So at this new rate, once it stabilizes and the consumer knows that it's not going to go down, that's when buying will start. So we are cautiously optimistic, and budget is around the corner. So let's wait and watch.
Cautiously optimistic is a great word there. But also talk to us about on how the last 1 month has been for jewelry as an industry. Has it been a slowdown? Is it bothering, concerning you?
There has been a slowdown, and December, contrary to expectation, I would say, because that's like the main Christmas season month, was very soft, and even exports were down. Domestic business also has been a challenge. The high gold rates, Russia-Ukraine war, all the various news, inflation in US has not been so kind, I would say, to our industry. So we have had a soft December and even a soft, I would say, start to the new year. Uh, the frequent lockdowns in China are also, I would say, uh, really affecting the pricing of larger diamonds. And the Chinese New Year is around the corner now. They've taken a little tolerant, I would say, outlook towards COVID. So if China opens up, that could be what the industry really needs at this point.
When you look at gold vis-a-vis the other asset classes, this clearly has been a good performance that gold has put out. So while international equity markets in the red, Indian equity markets in the negative, gold is trading 3% on the higher side. Are you looking at that leading to some buying, or do you think the investors actually have moved on to gold as a financial asset class and not so much jewelry?
I think, like you correctly said, they have moved on, as a financial asset class. And on the jewelry consumption side, the consumer globally in India and in China is waiting for some kind of correction. So at 1871, gold is high. It still looks like it's going to, reach a higher level before there is a slight correction according to the technical charts. And once that correction happens, we'll see a larger consumption of gold on the jewelry side. So that's definitely the expectation right now.
Colin, also, when you look at the Indian markets, and these are various reports suggesting that the spot market, the cash market, that is, the Indian gold prices are trading at nearly $30 off a discount. Is that any help, solace at all, or is it an indication that there are no buyers and thus the discount?
There are no buyers and hence the discount. And another big concern is that at these very high gold rates and the duty structure that we have in India, duty plus GST, the gray market, coming through other channels has really gone up. And we're really hopeful that this budget, the government will reduce the duties on gold, because this mismatch, it's taken great effort from the gold control days and demon and everything GST that we've gone through to make the trade organized. So while the trade has really become organized and the organized players are growing in leaps and bounds, this high duty structure is creating this mismatch. And it will continue to be this way unless our duties are rationalized.
Well, absolutely. Budget is going to be one important area to watch out for jewelry sector. One last question, Colin, and I was talking to somebody in Dubai and they said the buying here is quite nice with the 18% of a duty difference between India and Dubai. Dubai really seems to be a place to go to. Do you think that is another thing that the Indian government will perhaps watch out for this budget?
They should, and it's not only, I would say, of course, Dubai being only 2.5 hours from India. So anybody who has, wants to buy 10 lakhs of jewelry, the flight ticket, even with the increased travel fares, comes out of just the duty differential. So having said that, Dubai's gain is India's loss. But most importantly is that even and what we've seen over the last several years, the government feels that due to the CAD deficit, by increasing the duty on gold, somehow the imports will come down or the appetite for gold in India will come down. But sadly, that hasn't happened. And gold consumption has stayed at 600, 700, 800 tons over the last 5 to 10 years. And the duty increases is only costing the consumer more and creating the mismatch between the gray market gold and the official gold. So we're really hoping that duties are rationalized to some extent, and we look at sovereign bonds or the gold monetization scheme or other things to get the grandfather's gold that we have in the country so that the imports come down. Just increasing duty is not going to reduce the imports of gold.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, Mr. Shah. Manisha, thank you so much for joining us and taking us through that discussion. So while gold is seeing some gains, it's our markets which is under a lot of pressure. Nifty at the day's low, cut off around 210 points, and Bank Nifty is the one which is putting so much pressure that we are seeing across the major indices as well. Slip into a short break. We'll come back. Business Lunch will take all the action ahead.